Hey there everyone, today we're going to take a little tour. You're probably wondering the title of the video and well, these two trains are stopped here. So we got the intermodal, which is I believe this is a UPZ train, and then some manifest there, which is once again another UP train. Now we're going to go part way down the train until we get to some looks like UP officials. I was just thought I'd start at the one part of the train, the head end, and then work my way towards the back. I'm not able to make it all the way to the back end because my drone can only fly, so far to keep it in my sight and all that. And plus it'll lose transmission too far away. But this part, A-okay, normal, no problems. But we're going to come up on where the derailment occurred in the general area. Like I said, once we reach the train cruise, which it does take a little bit to get there, but I did want to show just how close these trains are normally to each other. It's like, I don't know, especially with all these curves, I'm surprised things don't happen more often. But as you'll see, everything here is still on the tracks and we're going good. This is, by the way, Marcel, California, which is just about little railroad east of the Tehachapi loop. That's the best way I can describe it. If you go to Google Maps, you should be able to find it. Marcel is the name of the location, and it's a good location. A little tough to get to, as you can see, because well, you just have those dirt roads there. Coming up on our right is going to be the first UP company official truck. Then I'm having some transmission issues, as you can see, going a little crazy, but then we're going to raise it up here and then show you that there are more UP company officials just beyond here. I think it's about 4 or 5 trucks. But as you can see, I'm taking it slow, and then I got to raise so I can get back in the transmission line. It's one thing about drones that's kind of a pain, is the transmission and the line of view, but oh well. There we go. I'm obviously dubbing this audio in after the fact, just in case you were wondering what was going on. Sorry, no music. As you can see, there's a UP official's truck there, or maintenance away maybe, I'm not sure, one of the two. And then we'll get a few more here. There we go. And that's about it. As you can see, I had to raise up to get a little better view. Maybe there are 5 trucks there. So that way you can see there's UP employee down there taking a look at things. And as we'll see here shortly, that container there is definitely has some damage to it. Now I'm coming at it from a different angle here. This, I came out from Woodford to Tehachapi Road. Once again, if you use Google Maps, you can see about where that is in relation to Marcel. And sometimes you'll see that like a yellow container there at the bottom of your screen. Those yellow containers are just containers that folks have broken into the intermodal containers, taken the packages, and then just left those containers there. But as you can see, whoopsie, I'm going to go a little spinneroony there. As far as this way goes, towards the head end of the manifest train, no issue. And then towards the rear of the intermodal train, doesn't appear to be an issue. That's just someone riding their bike on the dirt trail out there. Those motors there, straight ahead on the track on the right hand side, those are the motors for the Manifest. The Manifest was headed east and the Intermodal was headed west. I noticed since there was nothing really going on that side, I was like, let's go back the other way and see if we can get a little closer. I will let you know the zoom that I used, not exactly the greatest zoom, but nonetheless it was able to zoom in and get a little better view. And yes, that's a house there overlooking the tracks. Not a bad house to own. Being able to watch trains from your porch there would be pretty nice. A couple of pickup trucks down there, like UP maintenance away. Like I said, and as you saw earlier, they were out there checking things out because according to what I was able to gather, the derailment happened a little after 6 a.m. And there you go. There are a couple of intermodal cars there, the containers tipping. But it's not like they went on the ground in the sense that, everything was all over. As you can see, some more maintenance of way vehicles there. Because not only were those cars tipped a little bit, but we're going to get to some other cars here. And right now, if you hear any train sounds, it's because I'm pretty close to the loop as I record this. So you might hear a train horn here and there. They are finally putting trains through. As you can see, we're going to zoom in on this intermodal here shortly. But the white intermodal container, about the middle of your screen, definitely looks like it came off the rails. And you can see it there. Even the top container, as you'll see here momentarily, that even looks a little damaged. Like I said, the zoom's not the greatest zoom, but considering it's a drone as opposed to a normal video camera, well, you just got to make do with what you got to make do with. And as you can see right there, whoa, let's go back, buddy. That well car, that is definitely off the tracks, but it's not as if, the containers are laying on the ground or anything like that. There we go, a little zoom in. Try and get you a better shot there. But as you can see, it's definitely, car's definitely off the rails, right up on that tank car there. And we'll just continue moving back to those other two containers that were propped up, for lack of a better term, against that box car there. And as you can see, there we go. Even the well car for the green and blue container there, even those are off the tracks, as you can tell, because they're so close to the grain car there. And like I said before, these are two UP trains, not BNSF. Even though that these are UP tracks, they share the joint trackage rights, or BNSF has trackage rights is what I should say. But if you take a look at the rail, there you go. It doesn't look too bad. It's not like the rails, you know, in 50 different pieces or anything. Little damage to that intermodal container. Doesn't really look like any damage to that container. But doesn't look like any boxes, etc., are all over. Another couple maintenance away guys probably, or UP officials, one of the two, checking things out, deciding how they're going to get this train. We'll get the manifest at least out of there so that they can start running trains, even though it'll be a single track. Something's better than nothing at that point, because at this point, from what I can recall, BNSF had a westbound at Cable. They had another one at the old crossovers, and then BNSF also had one just a little bit east of Monolith. And believe it or not, when I was coming from Barstow, probably about maybe the Boron area, there was a parked BNSF train all day, because getting through was not going to really happen. Now, as you can tell from hearing from the horns, it's happening, but you know, it's not super fast or anything. Crews died out here, so as you can see, that one's a little bit messed up there, or and here you go, another UP employee just checking out the situation, because quite honestly, how it was off the tracks like that, kind of a wild thing. Now this here was later in the evening. I'm going to say around maybe 5:30 p.m. As you can see, you got your UP crews there. Got the, oh, I just wanted to show that it seems like they took these cars in sets, as you'll see, as opposed to putting them all together and just yanking them. This set was over here. Whatever work they had to do, it looks like, I think they already had completed the work on these cars. Some Amazon, so if your package is late, you might know why now. If it was coming from the west coast, of course, to the east coast. Or I guess this was headed west, so if it was maybe headed to Northern California. But as you can see, nothing going on with that set. But now we'll go back to the set that they were working on, because that's going to look weird when you see them working on it. But as you'll notice straight ahead as I get closer, it does seem like they have sets of 8 to, I don't know, maybe 10, 12 cars. And trying to get the situation rectified so they can open up both mains and be good to go. They are working this evening. As I was shooting this, well, after I shot this, I noticed that a pickup was bringing in big old floodlights, and if you go on the Tehachapi loop cam and go on October 23rd, you'll see them. Well, you're going to see, you're going to see these containers here, and then they have those cranes, I call them cranes, tractors, whatever, with the boom lifts, and they're going to try and move this guy here shortly. Like I said, there we go. Got a little zoom in so you can see they got one tractor on the dirt and the other tractor. You got a guy walking on the containers there, on the well car, I should say, getting to the other side. As you can see, they have this split, that split, another set split, and then one way in the back split as well. And as you can see, they have these I don't know what you call them, tractors with these boom lifts all over here because they're trying to get them back on the track. And like I said, I don't know what happened, but it didn't look like the rail was necessarily on its side or whatever. So we'll have to find out. Maybe Mark Clay McGowan will be able to reach out to his people and find out, hey, what exactly happened with this, because it's weird that it's all this and none of them went on the ground. That's the other thing. But as you can see, that's not looking right where those two cranes are, or two boom lifts with the on the tractors. Now this guy, he's gonna pull them. Watch this first set of containers. I can't believe these UP crews are that close, because you're gonna see them. See, look at that. If I were those crews, I wouldn't be that close. Heck no, man. That thing falls over, you're going to get squashed. But you got all those crews there just making sure that nothing else, that the other cars aren't coming off the tracks either. It's wild to see this. It does, now that I look at it, it does look like that rail that's by the bulldozer there, I don't know, the rail furthest away from us. It does look like that definitely came apart there, in the sense that it's not attached to the ties, because as you can see where that guy's walking right now, that's not a straight line, that's definitely a curve. So wonder if there was maybe too much pressure for whatever reason from the train, and